Alright, let's talk about Juice WRLD's autopsy. Since his death, there has always been a lot of misinformation on how Juice actually died. So I figured that the best way for me to get some accurate information is to go directly to a source that was very close to Juice in the entirety of his career as well as in the time of his passing. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Chris Long. If you don't know who Chris Long is, he was Juice's closest friend and also his videographer. He's done videos for other artists like Trippie Redd, Slump God, Melly, etc., etc. So Chris released a series of tweets after Juice's death. They pretty much confirm what did and didn't happen at the time that Juice died. This one says, Jay did not swallow a bunch of pills because the police were at the airport. We gave no fucks about them being there. He could have flushed them down the toilet if he cared. Then he goes on to say that Juice was hooked bad. The amount he took daily was absurd. He hid how much he really took from mostly everyone. Everyone around him tried really hard to get him to slow down. And when he agreed to rehab, it was because he wanted to lower his tolerance. He didn't want to stop. He goes on to say that he never thought that he would OD. He was always scared of getting bad pressed pills, so he got test stripped. He tested every batch that he got, but no one knew how much he was really taking because he was hiding it. Then he goes on to say that Juice had nothing to worry about. He knew the cops were there before they landed. They put the strap in his bag. It was all good. He had a clean record and he's a registered owner. He had no problem taking that charge for Juice. And lastly, he said, I had to watch Allie holding him screaming, losing the love of her life right in her arms, which is fucking sad as fuck. So Cook County is very private when it comes to things like this, like autopsy reports. So I wasn't able to find a lot, but I know that the official cause of death was an accidental overdose due to codeine and oxy. There were 6 bottles of liquid codeine syrup that were found in the plane, as well as 40 pounds of weed and a few firearms. Chris Long mentioned that as they were leaving the airport, he remembers seeing Juice take one big gasp and collapse to the floor. And allegedly, his girlfriend at the time, Allie, after he collapsed on the floor, she dropped down and started screaming and crying for help. Juice WRLD's mother, Carmela Wallace, mentioned the fact that her biggest fear was that her son would accidentally overdose because he was self-medicating for his anxiety rather than getting actually medicated. And unfortunately, her biggest fear came true on December 8th, 2019. Juice was born December 2nd, 1998, and passed December 8th, 2019, days after his 21st birthday. I've spoken about celebrity death due to overdoses before. It's always going to be very sad to talk about, and they have all ended up in accidental overdoses. Juice is revived by his music still to this day. Let me know who you want me to talk about next in the comments. And please, y'all, take care of yourselves, because life is too short, and we just making it shorter. Peace.